Okay, so this question is saying, would I have reverted to Islam? Would I become Muslim if I wasn't living in Luton, which has a very high population of Muslims? Okay, and then it goes on to mention an area of Luton called Bury Park, which, as you could probably guess by now, has a high population of Muslims. Right, so let me start by saying I become Muslim 28 years ago. 28 years, okay, that's a long time, alhamdulillah, and it was way before Islam become popular in that sense. It was way before it was fashionable and trendy, way before the rappers and everyone else started to get into Islam. Okay, so I become Muslim way back then. Okay, as for me living in Luton, what you have to understand is that in Luton there's three big council estates. There's Marsh Farm, Hockwell Ring, Lucy Farm. Okay, they're at more the top of Luton, and then the area that this question is relating to is an area called Bury Park. It's probably about 3 miles away from where I lived. Okay. So that area there, the Bury Park area, was bandit country for us. We didn't go there. There was no reason for us to go there. That's where the Pakistani lads lived, and that's where they were. And we was up on the estates at the other sort of side of Luton. Okay, and that's how it stayed. So there being Muslims in Luton wasn't an incentive for me to become Muslim. No Muslim give me dawah to become Muslim. No Muslim, meaning that no Muslim called me to Islam. No Muslim sat me down and said, right, no, this is the religion. Are you interested? This is the beauty of it. This is the belief in one God. Nothing like that, okay? I just went looking for the truth. So that means I spoke to Christians. It means I spoke to Hindus that I knew, some Buddhist guys and Jehovah's Witnesses. I was the only guy that used to hunt them down. You know, I went looking to other people. I didn't speak to any Jewish people because there's no Jewish people where I live. I didn't know any, okay? Otherwise I would have spoke to them. So there being Muslims in the town was actually, not only was it not a reason for me to become Muslim, it was probably more inhibiting. It was probably more restricting and make me not want to become Muslim back then, because obviously Islam is a perfect belief and a perfect way of life. 100% perfect, okay? Muslims are not. Muslims, like any other group of people, there's some good, there's some bad, there's some that do the right stuff and some that do the wrong stuff. But the ones I knew, kind of the bad, do the wrong stuff ones. So there wasn't really an inspiration for me to become Muslim. But I did find Islam through another path, through my own path. The first mosque that I went to, the first masjid that I went to, was in London. It wasn't in Luton. I never went to a mosque in Luton for the first, you know, so many weeks of my becoming Muslim. The first time I took my shahada and went to a mosque was in London, alhamdulillah. Okay, now, like I said, nowadays it's more popular. Nowadays there's more dawah, there's more young people talking to other young people, there's dawah tables, there's a lot of stuff online, social media. There was no social media back then, there was no phones, there was no YouTube and TikTok and Insta and none of that, okay? So it was harder to find the truth, but alhamdulillah I found the truth, okay? As for Muslims not being perfect, you know, I don't mention the imperfections in our communities because everyone else does, but obviously they exist. But it's still the best religion in the world by a million miles. It's the perfect belief and the perfect way of life, and I hope to die upon this, inshallah.